why is it always so hard to start? Hey Google, play Good Morning Jazz.
Sure, playing the Spotify playlist called Good Morning Jazz.
Let's talk about being pregnant versus like perceiving pregnancy from like an outside lens, because it's just two completely different worlds. And it's like, well, yeah, obviously, you know, being pregnant is one thing and just simply observing pregnancy and listening to pregnancy stories is different. But like, no, it is so different. Like, the biggest example I can give of like something that I perceive differently are like pregnancy horror stories. Before I was ever pregnant, I never even really considered pregnancy being any viable part of my future. But here we are. But when I used to watch those before getting pregnant, they would scare me so bad. I would be like, no thank you, like that's my birth control, like I don't want to experience that, I don't want to go through that. And then I listen to them or hear them now at like when I'm pregnant, it's kind of just like, okay, I don't know, they just don't bother me. And I don't know if it's like, maybe it's like a trauma response, because it's like I really can't go back now. I'm 16 weeks. So maybe it's just kind of like I just kind of have to accept it, but also at the same time, it just doesn't even bother me. It's not like I'm having to force myself to like accept it and whatnot. I don't know. Like, does that even make sense? and also at this point in time, I don't even really feel pregnant. I don't know, I think it's because I'm in my second trimester, still like early, like 16 weeks is still really early into it. And all of the kind of like first trimester symptoms of being like really nauseated and tired have passed. So maybe it's just kind of like, so now I just kind of feel like my normal self. So I just don't feel like pregnant, and I don't really have a super defined like round bump yet. I just kind of look chubby, which is fine, but I don't know, I'm almost just really eager to look pregnant and I don't know, feel just a little bit more pregnant, but not in a first trimester way, in like a I don't know, I'll see how I feel. And I don't know, I just feel like everything is working out exactly how it needs to be in regards to me personally and being pregnant, especially when it comes to entering single momhood. That's interesting, but I've really like immediately came to terms with that like right away, and was almost kind of excited, not necessarily excited, that's a bad word, but intrigued to see where my path is going, because I was on this set path in my mind and just completely got ripped off course. And it was very jarring, obviously. But like, after so much prayer, meditation, talking with, my ancestors, my guides, my spirit team, everything has really fallen into place really nicely. And I feel like that has come from being so trustworthy of them and where they're taking me, which is literally a whole nother like video of really learning to trust your spirit team and where they're going, and trusting that when you pray and ask for something and ask for help, that they will give it to you in the way that best serves you. Just really learning to trust, and it has helped so much when it comes to this huge new shift. Like, literally, the death card in the tarot is my life cycle right now, but when it comes to the death card, it can really be a beautiful card of change and transformation if you don't resist it. So I'm not resisting anything, I'm literally just going with the flow, and that has been working out really great. Another thing that I really thought about that really helped me come to terms with being a single mom, at least for the time being, maybe I'll meet somebody, who knows, but something that really helped me was really reflecting on how I have seen a lot of women and moms get treated within their relationships, their marriage, being a mom with kids. A lot of the times they're left doing everything on their own. They're basically acting as a single mom when they have a whole partner right there that could help them, that is simply choosing not to help them for whatever reason. So I kind of thought about, I would rather be a single mom almost like by choice and have to do everything by myself because like I have to, versus being forced to be a single mom because my partner isn't helping. Basically being a single mom with a roommate. Like, let's be real, a single mom with an adult child, like, that sounds miserable. Raising my child the way that I want to, the way that seems fit, the way to break generational cycles, the way to break trauma cycles. That's what I'm very excited about. And I feel like all of the lessons and trauma and things that I've been through will not be in vain, because they will now lead me to grow into like a really beautiful mother. At least I hope so. Obviously I'm not going to be perfect, and I'm not going to aim for perfection either. That's unrealistic. But it just, I don't know, just the way that my mindset has shifted so much during this time, a time where I could have chosen to be defeated, broken, just ending it all, like stopping my journey of life and just feeling like my life was over. I chose to use this time, to use this situation as fuel to literally catapult me even closer to my life purpose, to catapult me closer to my destiny. And it's been a very beautiful experience. And this lighting is so harsh, and I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry, but kind of. I'm just, chatting, doing my makeup. But yeah, that has really been the biggest takeaway from this whole thing. And maybe I can connect with people who are in similar paths as mine, entering into single momhood by surprise. Yeah. And also maybe, if you are like that and you're struggling with accepting it and coming to terms with it and wondering how it's all going to work, seeing me, like I'm only 22 years old, I'm still in college. We can get through this together. Okay, done with the very simple makeup look. Like this is the type of makeup I did in like 8th grade. But just putting myself even just a little bit together has been something that I've been wanting to do more, especially when so much more of my school and work is from home, and I feel like getting just a little bit ready for the day, you're not even, you know, getting super dressed up or like doing a full entire face of like makeup, like super glam. It just helps you feel a bit more motivated. I feel just a little bit more confident, more ready to do things. It just helps so much. So if you kind of feel you struggle with motivation, even with like struggling with confidence, like whatever it may be, just getting a little bit put together in the mornings, even if it's just to sit at home and read, work, study, whatever it may be, it just helps so much. I don't know, because when I like stay in my pajamas, don't really do makeup, I feel tired, I feel sluggish because I'm still stuck in that like mode of like sleep. So I feel like doing this helps me transition into like, okay, I'm ready for the day, like let's get things done essentially. So my little tip to you, yeah, try it out.
So if you average it out, it's about 1,000 per month. But again, I don't really take that into account. So the main way is very straightforward. It's you.
Last one is hands-on chaos magic. I did a review on.
One of my resolutions for 2022 was to get 5,000 steps almost every day. So that involves being more mindful and intentful with going on walks, and my dogs need some more exercise. So it works out perfectly. No, I'm not getting 5,000 steps in one walk, and I know you're supposed to get 10,000 steps a day, but when you like do school and work from online remotely inside your house, you really don't move around too much. It is very hard to even get 5,000, but on average maybe I'm getting like 2,000, 3,000 steps a day, which is not good at all. So anyways, 5,000 is very attainable, and it is kind of hard to get, but like I said, you have to be more mindful with walking and being more mindful of like, okay, I've been inside like all day, it's time to get some fresh air, it's time to go for a walk. And I don't live in like a big city, but even still in my like smaller-ish city, there are tons of beautiful parks and nature to see. And it also gives me time to disconnect, because during this whole month of January, I'm kind of taking like a mini social media break, specifically mainly from Twitter, especially, and Instagram. The only like social medias I've been using a lot are YouTube, obviously, and Pinterest, but I feel like those are the healthiest forms of social media for me personally, because Pinterest is very inspirational. This is where I'm making my vision boards, mood boards, finding inspiration for my future nursery, for my baby. And YouTube, there's so many different educational videos and inspirational videos that are really actually motivating me to do better. So I feel fine keeping those in my life. It's really all about balance. Mainly it was just like Twitter, especially I could Twitter was a hell. You could just get sucked in there and people are just so angry. Like that's like also like why Twitter is just so bad, because it's very easy to get sucked into arguing with people all day, every day. It's just, I just feel like their energy could be so much more useful in different areas. It's been so much easier to step into the person and the goals that I want to embody without just mindlessly scrolling on social media and setting screen time for the other apps on my phone. You know, I'm still not gonna sit and scroll on Pinterest mindlessly, whatever it may be. Anyways, I'm gonna go on a walk with me. It's just gonna be a short little walk because they're little tiny dogs and they can't walk too far, but it's still good for both of us to get fresh air and our steps in. So yeah. Something I just need to do more is just beginning, just starting. I feel like that is the biggest obstacle, or just the biggest problem for all of my problems, is simply just not starting. Always waiting for a sign, always waiting for a green light, for somebody else to tell me to go, for somebody else to do it first, for just some type of nudge, a sign from above, just waiting for something instead of just going, telling myself, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow, or I'll do it later. Just beginning. There's so many things I want to do and try and experience, and so many things that I've missed out on simply just not from taking that first step, from simply just not going, from being afraid to do it on my own, being afraid of like what others will think, being too harsh of a critic on myself instead of simply just enjoying it, enjoying the moment, enjoying my feeling, how I'm feeling, enjoying the experience, the sensation, living in the present, being so focused on everything else except just my own happiness and learning and growth. I don't know. Same thing with just like making content, whether if it's on YouTube, TikTok, whatever. Like the biggest obstacle from me doing that is just doing it, from starting it, feeling like I need something else, like waiting to get something else, waiting to do something else. I don't know, just always waiting and not taking that first step. And it's just something I've been trying to work on, especially now that we're in a new year. It's like the time to rebrand and do better, and I want to do better. So here I am, because there's so many times when I want to make content on whatever platform and I do it and I don't post it, I don't edit it, I delete it all and just forget about it. Like putting so much time into, you know, doing it, but then just not completing it either. So starting and finishing, just big things that I want to focus on and I want to do. Why is it always so hard to start? Maybe a true answer will come to me, but right now I'm very hungry, so